Well, hello and welcome back, you beautiful people we call chatterboxes. Okay, y'all, it's been a day. It has indeed been a day. There's so much that went on in the pop culture world. News, I don't even know. Is it when does it become pop culture? When is it not news? You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't tell you, but I can tell you that on today, baby, we have got a lineup of things to talk about, starting off with Real Housewives of Atlanta. We've got some Sexy Red. We've got some Hunter Biden. We've got some Billy Porter kissing Joe Biden's hand. We've got some Jussie Smollett is back, okay? Young Miami, a little bit of Diddy, and then we are going to round it off with Georgia's own Mr. Gucci Mane, okay? And again, listen, we'll get there, but that Gucci Man news, it be hurting my heart because one thing about it, two things for sure, baby. I'm a Gucci Man. Girl. I'm a Gucci Man, girl. Did I tell y'all I was a Gucci Man, girl? Like, one time, my husband didn't believe how much of a Gucci Man girl I was, right? And I was like, no, you don't get it. My love for Gucci is deep. And I started playing like just his playlist on Tidal. And I scared that man. I did. He was like, I had no idea that you were that wretched. And actually, why do you know all of the words? And I was like, a better question is, why don't you know the words to every song Gucci Man ever did? Like, anyway, the syllabus is full. We have got a lot to cover today. Please get your notebooks out, get your pens ready. Tea will be spilled, notes will be given. All right. If you missed it and you need to hear the tea again, you need to go over the notes again. The replay crew is important. This live will stay up. Share it with somebody afterwards. You feel what I'm saying? We are starting off with my eyelash in my eye. Why would you attack me like that? Girl, I went to Blink and she took me out. She said, I want to be a part of the conversation too. The eyelashes said, I am here. Girl, you didn't know I was in the building? Ugh, the devil. Child, Real Housewives of Atlanta. I am not going to stay long or go deep into the Kenya Brittany Edie of it all. If you live under a rock, if you are unsure what we are talking about, just a quick synopsis. Allegedly, apparently, it's looking like it happened at Kenya Moore's event at her hair care spa, the one she was having her 15th grand opening for. She allegedly showed pictures to the room of Miss Brittany Edie with the popsicle in her mouth. Okay. She also proceeded to tell the room that Miss Brittany Edie not only was a whore, but a cheap one at that. And I asked y'all the question. She said that she was charging 1,400 a lay. Now, in the world, like sleeping with people for money might not be your thing, but we don't get to judge people on what their thing is. Now that we know that we are in the world of people who like to sleep with people, what is the going rate for the pom pom? As somebody who ain't never sold it before, 14 sounded like that sounded fair. That sounded real reasonable. You know what I mean? We gonna do it. Now, I do have questions, right? It's not gonna be 1,400 and then I'm on top riding the bounce house and riding the cowboy. Like it's not giving that. 1,400 is giving. I can I can be on my back. And after you pay me the 1,400, maybe you could buy me a Birkin. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's where I'm at with it. But I did not know that anybody, y'all, this eyelash is taking me out. I did not know that 1,400 was cheap. Again, the same question I asked before is what is it? Is it like now see 1,400 and we doing 2 or 3 a day, 4 and 5 a month? That's too much. That's too much. But you know what I'm saying? Like, more power to her. Anyway, at this event, Kenya allegedly showed these pictures of Miss Brittany Edie with the popsicle stick in her mouth. She told the girls that Miss Brittany Edie was a low budget little body seller. And then she said that she was struggling to get bodies in the building. I'm not going to go too deep into the tea that's in my inbox. The word on the curb is that like the salon isn't licensed. She's having issues staffing with stylists. People are on watch for the current stylist to leave because it's only a matter of time. The turnover rate is high. Word on the street is that Miss Kenya Moore be washing hair. Now, I am of the mindset that a leader, a business owner, a real business owner who happens to be a leader, you know how to do all parts of your business, right? If your floors need to be mopped, there should be no reason that you don't know how to mop them floors. If the checkbook need to be budgeted or balanced, there shouldn't be no reason that you don't know how to balance the checkbook at your business. You shouldn't have nobody doing nothing for you in your business that you can't do for yourself. So the washing of the hair does not really surprise me, right? But what I do find interesting, and I said this last night, is that a lot of these housewives don't realize just how hard it is to market a business, to sell things. They always want to know these bloggers and these content creators. They have a skill set that you don't have, baby girl. All you're used to is getting on this Bravo TV and having this big marketing platform, but simply just your name is not enough to pull bodies in. So we've been having this whole discourse online all weekend, right? And then this morning we get this from the Jasmine brand. Exclusive Real Housewives of Atlanta producers are allegedly trying to make sure no storylines leak. I do want to say, starting off, that they did a bad job. I don't know who was in charge of making sure storylines didn't leak, but maybe we should fire them. Let's start there and then we can work backwards, okay? Um Trying to make sure no storylines leak and will shake up the cast if season 16 isn't a success. What you mean if? And that was the part that pissed me off. What do you mean if? We gave you time. Season 15 wrap, you done push back production. We, the people online, have told you what we would like to see out of a show. We have told you what would bring us back to the table to get them Sunday ratings up to what they used to be, up in that 1 million range. And you said, we not gonna do none of this. And now here we are. The season hasn't even wrapped filming, and we are talking about the possibility of one of your castmates yet again. This is a trope that y'all like in Atlanta, producers, Bravo, NBCU. I'm talking to y'all. Okay. This would now be the second time that we're in the space of shaming S workers, putting stuff on them that ain't there, creating a storyline that is extremely disturbing and dark for not only just women, but women of color. Being in Imagine you're on a show, you're going to this event, you done got dressed up and you like, yeah, I'm about to go support my friend, because in a world where you can afford your mortgage and the rent on a business and then open up a business, baby, we need to be popping. Oh, we pop champagne. We need the bottles. Pew, 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 pew. I'm talking about corks going off everywhere. Champagne showers, put on the goggles, but you going up. My friend got a business. And now you're witnessing revenge porn. What? What? And why? 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 Who printed them? Who didn't stop you? And that's another thing. Who are these people that are around these housewives? You ain't have nobody touch your hand when they say, baby, this is too far. Or were you too busy trying to secure that check to clear them tax liens? I'm just here to tell you what the streets are. The streets are talking, the streets are talking. I told y'all that though. Sometimes you can tell. You can tell when people need certain things based on how far they are willing to go. But production talking about if season 16 isn't good, they'll recast. If it's not good, you can kiss my ass. You had a chance. Now you playing in our face. You knew what we wanted out of Atlanta when it happened. What you should have did was pause season 15 and say, we're going to get season 16 right. Y'all, the audience members, deserve better. 16 years, y'all deserve to not be sitting around talking about another woman distributing or showing a room full of people at her business your OnlyFans footage. Like, girl. Also, I don't know what the altercation was between Brittany and Kenya, but I'm here to tell you that Brittany won. Anytime you got to go to Staples and print out somebody's OnlyFans, you lost, babes. You lost. Wrap it up, take it home because it's done. Put a fork in it. Another person that we need to put a fork in is Miss Sexy Red. Why? As a mother of two, are you fighting at the airport? What are you doing and why are you doing it? I don't even know. Did this girl even do she got permission to be outside from her doctor? Is her stitches clear? Did they heal? I'm talking about that baby still got placenta juice on them. And you are picking up the little poles, the things that divide them. Also, let me tell you something. As somebody who was sitting here, okay, in Essex County, girl, baby, I don't want to be locked up in New Jersey. Newark, the federales, the mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. What are you doing? So now what does this mean for tour? Because when you get into a fight in the airport, you get placed on the no-fly list, right? No-fly zone. Y'all didn't deserve that. You didn't. We're better than that. We are. We are. But now does she have to take like a tour bus to do we have to take a tour bus to all the tours? Now listen. I like sexy red music. I do. I do. Get it sexy. Get it sexy. What? Yes. What? What? Bend that ass over. Let that go. Like I'm gonna sing me some sexy red and I'm gonna throw it in a circle. Okay, but what I'm not going to be throwing is these little dividers from the airport. What I don't even know. As of now, Sexy Red is out of custody. Okay. She is free to possibly do this again, but we still don't know what caused this. And I didn't see no children with them. And that would be the only thing that could possibly get me to act like this in the airport. My kid is in danger. Danger is she smashed the homie. Like that's the only way that you're gonna get me to act up in the airport. I'm trying, listen, I'm trying to help the lawyer. Lawyer, they was coming after my kids. Ain't it some sort of insanity that we complete? You can't, I mean, this does look insane, but it don't look like the insanity defense is going to work. Like I'm so confused. Are y'all out? What are y'all? Ain't no tour train. She can get them trains that be in Switzerland, the nice ones that go. No, I don't. But how does that work though? Now, how someone said audible gas. How do you move about the world as an artist, as a touring artist, if you're not allowed to fly? And now, what does no fly mean? Does that mean now you gotta borrow Drake's private jet, or does that mean like air traffic controller said you can't be in the air at all? Like, are you banned from the air or are you banned from the airport? Can you go to the Clareport? Right? Like, can she go to Teterboro Airport? For those of you who don't know, Teterboro Airport is a private airport in New Jersey, right? Can she go to Teterboro Airport and get the PJ? Is it now just going to cost you more? Or again, does it mean me? I don't know nothing about that life. I follow all them rules that them police and them people set, child. Now, a parent, a sign on the door, a church member. I'm not following none of them rules, but I am gonna follow every rule that them police people tell me that I should follow. You know who's not gonna follow the rules of the police officers? Mr. Hunter Biden. So maybe your name is Patrick Starr and you do, in fact, live under a rock. We won't shame you for it. Mr. Hunter Biden said that he needed the Beyoncés. Pum Pums. Okay. Yeah. The street artillery needed one of them, right? In order to get one of them, you do have to fill out an application. On that application, they ask if you do schmugs, right? To which that man said, no. Now, I do want to direct you to these guys. Does this look sober? No, it doesn't. I'm not here to put nothing on him. I'm just here to call a spade a spade. I know sober when I see sober, and that's don't look sober. Okay, so of course, you can't lie on your application for your street artillery. They found out Mr. Sir got hit with 3 felony charges. It took the jury 3 hours to deliberate. Them people said not only is you guilty, but you're guilty expeditiously. We want you to know in the fastest way possible that there is no hope for you going home and just returning to your family life. Okay, you going we putting something on your record. All right, so you need not hang around, stress about it, right? Here, 3 hours, you go. So, while all that was happening last night, the White House held their Juneteenth concert. You guys just clap it up for Juneteenth being a corporate holiday now. Clap it up if you really conceptualize and really grasp the fact that we celebrate Juneteenth, for those of you who don't know, because that was the day that majority of African Americans found out that they were free here in America. We had already been set free. Those things had happened, okay? But the word didn't get out, right? The messenger pigeons, they didn't fly fast enough. So there were people not knowing that they were free, that they didn't have to be slaves. And when they found out and everything happens, that celebration is called Juneteenth. That Juneteenth celebration normally happens with a lot of strawberry soda, a lot of red velvet cake, a lot of red food to symbolize the bloodshed and our ancestors that we lost along the tedious that was slavery, right? That's what Juneteenth is. Yeah. Well, during the pandemic, after George Floyd, everybody was woke. And in my opinion, mass media needed something new. Okay. The Dr. King, Martin Luther King holiday die down is not, y'all don't go up for Dr. King Day like y'all used to. Y'all don't really a day on, not a day off. It's not that girl no more. And they needed another one. So in addition to painting Black Lives Matter in all of the streets, instead of actual police officer reform and making sure that officers like Derek Chauvin never happen again, we just painted Black Lives Matter in the street while actually showing you that Black lives still in fact don't matter here in America. So Juneteenth became a national holiday, meaning that Blacks and whites alike can all get paid for the same day off. Me personally, if you wasn't going to give me no reparations, you should have at least told them white people that they couldn't get paid for Juneteenth. I said what I said. I'm standing on it. You got to at least pass the test. If I'm paying you for Juneteenth and you are not an African American or a direct descendant of slavery, go to work. Why you get a free day off? Because your people didn't tell us that we was free. And now you get to cash a check. Like in some time in America, we're going to have to get really serious. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I would like to see it happening real soon. There are only a few exceptions, very few. To what? Miss Tammy. You guys say hi to our virtual producer over here. We like to call Miss Tammy Bowles Norm, as in the Norman Baker from the Wendy Williams show. You guys know not only am I a Jersey girl, I am a huge Wendy Williams fan. Tammy is our resident Norm. Okay. So y'all make sure y'all send her some love. Say hello to her. Whilst at the Juneteenth celebration, y'all. Child. This man, and when I tell y'all, itching at the mouth to bump my gums about this picture here. Y'all have sent this to me 90 million different times on about 90 million different platforms. Amen. And what I have to say about Billy Porter is, number one, his fall off should be studied. It should be studied. I know nothing, and I do want to be clear about this. I know nothing about living a vast majority of my life in secrecy, right? We know that Billy Porter was in the closet for a very long time. He wasn't allowed to be himself for a very long time. I know nothing about what that internal battle does to you mentally and then how it presents itself when it's changed. Now that you can be free, you know what I mean? I can't speak to that. What I can speak to are my feelings. And I know that when Billy Porter's star started taking off, it felt like there was this level of like supreme authenticity to Billy Porter. Whether he was gay or not, you felt like you knew a Billy Porter. You have ran across a very vivacious, very theatrical theater kid, lots of personality. Again, it doesn't even have to be linked to who he likes to let into his hearts and his parts. I'm talking about just the big personality. It was something about it that just felt so authentic. It felt so real. It was almost magnetic, right? Over the years, I've lost that feeling from Billy Porter, right? It has felt less authentic and more performative, and not performative in a I'm an actor. I'm an actor, darling, type of way. It feels more, y'all like it when I do this? Like it ugh, just very shucking and jiving. I'm sorry. Let's just call it what it is. We all in the classroom, safe space. It seems very shucking and jiving esque, right? I took you guys on that journey to say this. Mr. Billy Porter has been famous for a very long time. Mr. Are Billy Porter's pronouns he? I don't know that. I'm gonna take that Mr. back because that was not meant to be shady. Um, their personality has been around for a long time. They know where the cameras are, right? They know when the cameras are on them. They know where to look. They know when they see the cameras coming from the side. You know how Beyonce always be quick with the paparazzi cameras. This man making direct eye contact with the camera, bloop, 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 bloop. Y'all see his eyes? That makes me feel like he wanted us to be talking about it right now. That makes me feel like there was an orchestrated moment. Because think about they had a whole concert. We've seen two big pieces of footage come out of that Juneteenth concert. Kamala Harris, three, excuse me, 2.5. Kamala Harris being pulled on stage by my mouth wanted to say Kendrick Lamar so bad. That short man's name is Kurt Franklin. Kamala Harris being pulled on stage by Kurt Franklin to smile. I know that is like, we can't get no copyrights over here. That was the first one. Then the second one was I don't wanna I don't wanna you. And they was all doing the dance. The love nobody but you, right? And then the third one was Billy Porter kissing this ring, right? I I keep saying it. This Biden administration does not understand social media. They don't. They do not understand social media. And so when you are dealing with people who don't understand how to create authentic social media content, conversation, all of that, you get these very performative grandpa-esque, oh, just put it on social media. It'll go, they'll love that. That'll go viral. That'll go viral. Like this not Vine, babes. It won't. If it's trash, we'll be talking about it because it's trash. Another thing that we'll be talking about that is trash, and I'm not going to show you guys no pictures. It was that white lady that thought it was okay to use the N-word and then to turn around and double down, right? Her page has been permanently banned off of TikTok. Amen. Shout out to TikTok. They are over here off to the side. If you guys are on TikTok, you need to bring it on over to the real classroom, baby. We're on YouTube. Come on over to the streets, okay? But she, as of today, got fired from her job. Now, I don't normally like to see people get fired from their job, but I do like to see my ancestors do their big one. That's a racial slur. And I don't know where we got lost in the rap music of it all, but the N word is, in fact, a racial slur. The fact that Black people have taken it back and they've made it their own. Hear me and hear me good. The fact that Black people have taken it back and made it their own. In this sentence, there refers to the Black people mentioned, right? The fact that they've reclaimed their time on that word does not make it any less of a slur. I saw this really good video on TikTok one time, and the girl was saying, like, well, how come y'all don't use y'all racial slurs? There's racial slurs for every ethnicity. You can pick the one for your ethnicity and y'all can reclaim it. You don't come over here and take our reclaimed slur. The fuck? But 2024 is, in fact, the year of play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Blame Drake. I'm dead, honestly. Do they need Gen Zers in the White House? Um, so when you say in the White House, I don't necessarily know if we mean running things just yet. Whoa. Somewhere in between Joe Biden and Gen Zers is where I think the governing people of the White House should fall. But when it comes to content, yes. Yes, they desperately need some younger people in that White House, helping them get in touch with younger people who are struggling to figure out if they're going to vote at all, let alone not vote for Mr. Trump, right? Y'all, and this is the moment that I know y'all have been waiting for. It. Mr. Jesse Smollett is back. Back. Is reemerged with a new movie starring Miss Vivica A. Fox. I also believe that I saw in the hashtags that Cynthia Bailey might make an appearance here. Again, don't quote me. That was just, there were names in the hashtag of the movie, and Cynthia Bailey was one of them. We actually will get the preview for this movie. It comes out tomorrow. This is a juicy y'all remember Dave Chappelle had the joke about Jesse when the whole new situation happened. He called him Juicy Smollett. Excuse me. But Jesse will be back with a new movie. This will be our first time seeing him on a screen since Jamal went to London. So Jamal might be in London, but Mr. Juicy Smollett, as Dave Chappelle called him, will be back on our big screens in a new movie called Last Holiday. Are you guys excited? Do you care? When we get the preview, I've actually spoke to, I think that lady did the casting for the movie. So she posted it in conjunction with Jesse on Instagram. And so I tagged her and she said thank you. And I said, listen, when the preview comes out, let me know. We want to chit chat about it. We want to show the people. So as soon as we get that, of course, I will give it to y'all. As far as the movie, I don't know when or where it's going to premiere. Right now, they are in the the film festival. It's got to go around. I don't know if it's going to do it's seeming like it's going to do the what was that movie? Was it Precious? It wasn't Precious. The movie that Monique didn't want to do the promo for because that wasn't in her contract, but she was contracted for the movie. She acted in the movie, and then after the movie went to film festivals, it got picked up by her production team, and that's when it made it to the big screen. So I think this is getting ready to do this run. No, it's not on any streaming services at all. We don't have any information about when or where this is going to be. This Christmas is the movie. Precious was the one she won the Oscar for. This Christmas was the movie that she did not want to do the press run for. Y'all, let's get into your favorite Miss Young Miami. Young Miami took to her Twitter today and she wanted to know what's her best song feature. And best was in capital letters. And I think The Young Miami of it all is really so interesting because it seems like she is just trying to reposition herself on the internet so that we forget. And baby, we are never going to forget that you was walking around with that Go Poppy sign. We are never going to forget that you told that person on Twitter, if I wanted you on your knees, Diddy would have you on your knees. You're an eater, ho. We're never going to forget that. We're never going to forget. And just in case we wanted to forget, here come Crazy Days and Nights with a blind item. Okay. It is quite interesting that the golden shower loving ex of the producer slash wannabe rapper suddenly decided to pretend she wasn't a part of everything he had been doing to people. Is she forgetting about all of the audio and video with her there? Girl, Young Miami, Mr. Papa Diddy Pop got you on tapes, on visuals, and on audio tapes. And you out here trying to be an Instagram model, talking about some what's your best feature. Babes, read the room. Like, ain't nobody talking about your music. Ain't nobody talking about your music. And you know, it's so heartbreaking because Young Miami held it the fuck down while JT was in prison. I was getting ready to say in college. No. She held it down. They ate. This sound like Cardi to the. This sound like. Yeah, my chain little, but I spent some change on it. Ate it down. What are you talking about? I want some phone. Like we was going to work, throwing it in circles. Outside songs of the summer is what this girl had with City Girl. Album crazy. City Girl feature crazy. That City Girl feature with Moneybagg Yo. He went a menage with a new body. Man, niggas can't fuck with me. Like, what are you talking about? City Girls was really them girls. Was really outside. Was really having us in our car twerking like we wasn't going to corporate offices. And now here we are. But I said this, and y'all don't have to agree. Just hear me out. Hear me out. We can always differ in opinions. We cannot. Culture Work is in the building. Chef Bebop is in the building. Y'all know I don't really be talking to the TikToks because I be on YouTube. We're over on YouTube, but hi, beautiful people, come join us. There is a part of me that cannot be mad at Young Miami, right? This worked out very well for J-Lo until it didn't. I've pointed this out to you guys plenty of times before, and I will continue. J-Lo came into that relationship an actress and a dancer barely on both ends, okay? She left that relationship with every business deal that Diddy had. It was almost like, if I eat, my girl eat too. Now, that doesn't mean that people weren't tortured in the process. It doesn't mean that bad things didn't happen. But if I'm sitting somewhere in the music business where the Tommy Mottolas, where the Jimmy Iovine's exist, in a world where people say, if you want to hit on the radio, you putting the penis in your mouth. It's going in your mouth no matter what, right? If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna suck the one that's got the biggest treasure at the end of the pot of the rainbow. You feel what I'm saying? If no matter what, I gotta slide down this hill. When I land in that pot of gold, I want to land in the biggest, juiciest pot. Me personally, I'm not sliding down the rainbow. You feel what I'm saying? That's not me. I'm gonna let y'all have it. Oh, I gotta do what to get it? I don't know why you called me. You dialed the wrong phone number, right? I'm not putting nobody popsicle stick, but my man's in my mouth. That's just me, you know. But if you have decided that is a price that you're willing to pay, yeah, I'm gonna go get the biggest bag. And at that time, he was the biggest bag, and he started doing it for her. Let's be real. Out of all the podcasts that you listen to, out of all the content creators that you've seen, Young Miami deserved that award. Come on, tell the truth, shame the devil now. Podcast of the year? Yeah, let's in a world where we could be anything, let's always be so fucking for real. No, that man brought it for her. Just like Tommy Mottola brought shit for Mariah Carey, just like Tommy Mottola brought shit for J-Lo, just like they do, just like Clive Davis brought for Alicia Keys. It's been a long time since songs in A minor. And she tried to get up there and show her little Grammys, like, oh, they did. They played her, leaving her out of the list. But it's been a long time since Diaries of Alicia Keys. And I'm gonna go on record and say that that's the last time that baby had a voice. Huh? And yet Clive Davis still did his big one. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the people are out there doing the work. So if I'm like, yeah, if a random popsicle stick got to go in my mouth either way, I want a perfume. I want top J Lo. No matter what J Lo got going on now, no matter what J Lo can't sell right now, we cannot deny the fact that J Lo was doing it before. People was arguing. Are you a J Lo girl or you a Beyonce girl? Huh? They propped J Lo up and they made J Lo that girl. And if somebody tells me they could do for me what they did for J-Lo in that world, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm going to go get. So I can't be mad at her all the way. Where I'm mad is, and mad isn't even the right word, because as I'm sitting here talking to y'all, jumped in, jumped out. At some point, you get in there and you get too deep to just be like, you know what, I'm going to go home now. It's been great. We're gonna wrap it up. You know what I mean? They like, you get ready to go where? No, you're not. You better sit your ass down. It does get to a point where you do know a little bit too much. I don't know how they let Lil Rod out the house. With every photo that Lil Rod got, with every snitch that Lil Rod got, I'm like, did you jump out the window? How did they let you out? Knowing all that information. My God. God bless. I'm happy you've made it. How'd you get out? You know what I'm saying? So maybe she couldn't, but I'm just like, you're a mom. How do you do that? How do you do that? Again, for you beautiful people over here on TikTok, we are live on YouTube. You want to see the visuals, if you want to be a part of the classroom, if you want your comment to be up on the screen, you know what I mean? For you to see the people to see that you went here talking, if you want to engage with the other chatterboxes, we are over on YouTube. That link is in my bio. You can click it, boom, it'll take you straight there. If not, same name, just El Mirasaki. Everybody indeed does have their price though. Everybody has their price, but at the point in which, for me, no is a big word, right? For Elmo. The second you say no, it's not fun. The second I gotta pop it in your champagne so that you could clunk out, I'm not having a good time. And I'm scared. I'm scared of you because that's what you like to do. I don't understand how we get there. Oh, carry this on the plane for you? I've got kids. Yes, go ahead. You guys hit that thumbs up button if you were here in the YouTube chat. Also, again, we've already talked about the rules of the classroom. If you were in the classroom, it is your job to send this video to at least one person. So click that thumbs up video or button and then send the video to at least one person. You know, somebody who like what we talking about, okay? And the video's not going nowhere. It's going to stay up. So like, yeah, y'all. But yes, once you do all of that, turn around, hit that notification bell, and then you won't miss when we go live, when we get in here and start chit-chatting about all the days worth of stuff. Speaking of days worth of stuff, Miss Oprah. I know some of y'all don't put her on the cancel list, but nevertheless, we are recapping all of the pop culture news that happened today. Miss Oprah went to the hospital. Okay. The first report that we got was just that she had a stomach bug. And her best friend, Gail, told us, didn't miss the opportunity to tell us that it was coming out of both ends. Okay. On today, I want to encourage you, in a world where you can be anything, don't be the type of friend that Gail King is to Oprah. Why did we all need to know that it was coming out of both ends? You said stomach bug. We knew enough. Everybody here has had the stomach bug. Raise your hand if you've had the stomach bug, right? You. Everybody's had it. We know what it is. I didn't need that visual. Hello? Okay. And then after that, we started getting reports that she was actually hospitalized due to complications from a weight loss medicine that she was taking. Okay, guys, Ozempic stomach is real, Ozempic butt is real, Ozempic face is real, Ozempic gallstones is real. I'm not here to shame you for anything that you choose to do with your body, but please, please, please consult a medical professional. If you are going to do anything to your body, put in, take out, all of that, please go talk to somebody who has went to school for it. Go talk to somebody who is extremely versed on the medicine that you are getting ready to use, right? And that's it. Other than that, go forth and be skin tight, child. Mia says she Ma'am said the weight isn't melting off fast enough. It's time to go to two-a-days. like, like, girl, how skin tight do you want to be? We do have to end this chit chat off with a little bit of sad news as well as a little bit of conspiracy, if you will. I hate that so much happens in the music industry that when people pass away, it just can't be them passing away, right? It's always some sort of conspiracy theory. And today is no different. I would like to first start off by saying rest in peace to the artist known as Enchanting. She was young. I want to say 26 or 29. I'm sorry for not being completely sure, but she, unfortunately, it looks like, due to some reports say that we don't know why she was on life support. Some reports say that she did overdose. They were able to get her to the point where she could be on life support, but then there was no hope for her. And unfortunately, on today, they had to pull the plug, right? Enchanting was a former artist of Gucci Mane's label, New 1017. Now, I do want to say before I tell y'all this, that Miss Keisha Kayor, that would be Gucci Mane's wife, has come out and said, stop talking about my husband. That was a bad one. Hold on. She said, stop talking about my husband. That was a good one. That lip power. She ate that down, didn't she? Okay, yeah. Because that first one, it was not too good. Anyway, Miss Keisha Kayor has come out and said, "Stop talking about my man. He gives the people record deals to help these people out. It's here to help them. He's not trying to hurt them. You stop saying bad things about my husband." And I'm like, "Girl, it's not like we pulling it out of thin air. You know what I mean? Again, I'm here to tell you I'm a big Gucci Man fan. I don't. The last thing I want to do is say like, oh, Gucci Man, you're wrong. But you know, when you kick people out the moving cars down 85, we got to say Gucci up. And when your lineup of artists looks like this, again, you have to say Gucci. Where's my camera? Whoa. So we got these are all, there's 6 people featured here, but there's 8 people on the list. He had 8 artists on his label. You've got Pooh Shiesty, who is currently serving 8 years. Big Scar has passed away. Enchanting at the time of this post was on life support, but as I just told you, unfortunately, she is no longer with us on this side. You've got Fujiano serving 5 years. You've got Hot Boy West serving 15. Kid Shide dropped by the label. Roboy was dropped by the label, and Hood Rich is facing a RICO charge. When these people tell you that some of these artists are worth more to them dead than alive, this is what they mean. Okay. When you get signed to labels, most labels take an insurance policy out on you. Okay. And sometimes, if you're just sitting on the label, you're not making the money, or you don't want to do or sign a deal, sign over your likeness like the label wants you to, and they feel like they're missing out on a deal, or you're causing them more trouble than what this insurance policy is actually worth, they're going to get rid of you and they're going to cash that check, right? So with all of these people unfortunately passing away, it's giving, you had an insurance policy out on them people, P. Diddy. I don't know. I don't know. Allegedly. I'm not saying that's what he did. I'm just telling you, I see the writings on the wall. No Destiny's Child. Shout out to DC4. Shout out to Latavia Robinson, who will be joining us over on Stripped, which is still on this page. Y'all, before we go, let me tell you something about Stripped, okay? Strip was our little weekly podcast. We did it, and it was supposed to offer a stripped down conversation to some of these stars, some of these celebrities, some of these people that we see on TV. Think a little bit MTV Diaries, if you will. You may think you know, but you have no idea. That was the idea of the show. DK said, late, but I'm here. Okay. Always on time. You're a little late to the classroom, but that's okay. Replay crew was important. This live is staying up. That is what the show was designed to do. Booking guests for podcasts is hard. It is a hard, thankless job, especially when you're dealing with people who fancy themselves Beyonce, right? Like they're not Beyonce, but they swear they are. The booking and all of that gets hard. And I'm just not gonna lie to you, y'all. I was tired. My soul was tired. It was taking the fun out of it for me. And so I said, we need to hold on. But we already had Miss Latavia Robinson booked for June 18th. That is a Tuesday. So we are still going to strip down with her. We are still going to get behind the music. We're going to talk about it all. It's really music related. I think y'all have heard every story about her exiting Destiny Child. At this point, it's not going to change. If you want some new tea, she's going to have to start lying. And we don't want nobody to do that, right? We want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So that is what we are going to get from Miss Latavia Robinson on Tuesday, June 18th. That is another reason that you need to set your notifications for this page. If there is something that you want to chit chat about, my DMs on Instagram are open. Instagram handle is the same handle as the TikTok, as the YouTube. It's just L Murasaki. Hit me up over there. Put the story in my inbox. What we are doing now is we are sharing the stories on YouTube. And then at the end of the day, we will come meet here in the classroom and we will chit chat about all the things that we're going to chit chat about. Please notice that I did not tell y'all no information about Croissant and Bluetooth. That's their names. Because I'm really of the belief what you talk about here, what I lend my platform to will grow, right? I don't want Bluetooth and Croissant on my page. I'm tired of seeing them. It's weird. I don't like it. So I don't talk about them. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't show you no picture of that girl who said the N-word because why? So y'all can go over there and click on her page. I mean, it doesn't exist anymore, but you get the point, right? Like Stephen A. I'm done. Shannon Sharp. I'm done. This is the currency. And I say this all the time, even when it's me. The currency is your viewership. The currency is your likes. The currency is your shares. If you do not like what you're viewing, don't follow. Don't share it. Otherwise, you're contributing to the analytics. For those of you who do contribute to the analytics, we appreciate you so much. Every like, every share is important. If you were here in the classroom, the rules of the classroom say that you have to give this this video a thumbs up, and you have to share this video with at least one person. You know, at least one person who liked what we're talking about. So send it to them, okay? Each one, reach one. That is the motto of the classroom. And then together, we will all learn about the pop culture tea and we will all stay abreast. Amen. Amen. Good job. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for chit chatting. Again, this live will stay up. Replay it as much as you need to. When I get a chance, I'll pull clips. They'll be up. And then we'll be back tomorrow to chit chat about all the things that happened in pop culture tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen. 2024 want her look back. Who knew that we would be seeing Jussie Smollett again? Who knew? But here we are. So each day is a new day for these people in this pop culture world to shock you. Miss Rihanna said she done scrapped everything for R9. That girl said she been working on R9 for so long that she done scrapped it all. Child, we ain't never going to get it. But she said she working on it. Okay. So every day we learn a little bit more. Thanks for chit-chatting. Bye.